Hey there, everyone. Listen up. I have a story to tell you. So, everybody knows that in horror movies, kids are always the scariest. If there's a horror movie that has children in it of any kind, you know it's going to be creepy as hell. Kids are just naturally creepy. But thankfully for me, I have kids. So, I get to experience these moments firsthand. And I have a pretty creepy moment that happened to me with my child. So let me set the mood for you. It was a dark and stormy night, and the thunder was booming in the distance, and it was raining really hard. And I'm not just actually setting the mood, it really was a dark and stormy night, and it was the middle of the night, like 2 or 3 in the morning. And personally, I really love to watch scary movies, so it was even better for me to start thinking of everything creepy that I could when I woke up. I would say it was about 2 or 3 in the morning, and I woke up because I heard a rustle. All the lights in the house were off. All I could see was the occasional window light up from lightning, and I heard movement in my daughter's room. So naturally, the awesome father that I am, I jumped up to action because I had to make sure everything was okay in my daughter's room. So I slowly walk out of the room, look around, and in the dark I don't see anything. I turned to walk to my daughter's door, and it was cracked open. I peeked through the crack, and I didn't see anything. I was looking to see if I saw any sort of tall figures in there, ghosts or burglars or demons and all that stuff, but none of that was present that I could see right away. I slowly walk into her room, and it is pitch black. I can't see anything. And I don't want to turn the light on because I don't want to wake her up if she's sleeping. My eyes slowly start to adjust to the dark, and I start to see something. Something standing in the middle of my daughter's room. Lightning goes off and lights the room up, and I just see a small figure with hair over the face. I start to freak out naturally because I was like, oh crap, I am not equipped to deal with a demon right now. But before I could have any more irrational thoughts, I go, oh, that's just my daughter, standing in the middle of the room, with hair over her face, in the middle of the night, not moving or speaking. So I was a little bit creeped out. I hadn't really had an experience like this yet, but my daughter has been known to sleepwalk, so I figured that's what she's doing. So my eyes completely adjust to the dark now, and I can see her, just standing there, in the middle of the room, with her hair over her face, like she's the girl from The Ring. It looked like the Ring girl or the Grudge girl was just standing in front of me. I whisper to her, and I say her name, and she does not respond. So I talk a little bit louder and say her name, and she doesn't respond at all, and I inch closer to her. And when I mean inch, I inched as slow as I could because it felt horrifying. And I'm a particularly brave person, but when it comes to girls that look like the girl from The Ring standing in the middle of their room during a dark and stormy night with no lights on, I'm a little on edge. So I'm sitting there thinking, well, that's either my daughter and she's just sleepwalking at the worst time of the night during the worst storm ever, or a demon has taken over my family. So I walk a little bit closer to her, and I say her name again. And once again, no movement. Her head is bowed down a little bit to really make it so that I can see nothing on her face at all. Her hair completely covers it. I feel like she's getting ready to stab me. But since my daughter has not been known to stab people in the past, I figured it's probably gonna be okay. I mean, I would be the first time she ever stabbed anybody, so, the odds are in my favor at least. Not much stabbing has happened before. In fact, I would probably say 0 stabbings. 0 stabbings have happened before this. But everything has to start for the first time, and it could be me tonight. So I shake off the thoughts that my daughter is getting ready to stab me because she's possessed by a demon, and I move a little closer to her. I walk up, and I tap her on the shoulder. She does not move. Lightning goes off, and I see just a silhouette of a horrifying, grudge-faced daughter looking at me. And when I say grudge-faced, I don't mean the scary actual face on the Grudge. I more just mean a small girl with hair over her face. Because realistically, She's absolutely adorable. My daughter is so cute. But not in this moment. In this moment, she was the scariest thing I've ever seen in my life. So I grab her shoulder, and I say her name again. And she still doesn't move. I bend down and move her hair, and her eyes are completely closed, and she's just standing there with her head bowed in the middle of the room, sleepwalking. I slowly turn her and walk with her to her bed, and she starts walking with her eyes closed and her head still bowed down. I bring her over to her bed, and I kind of lean her towards the bed, and she gets into bed and pulls the covers over her. I then wipe the sweat off of my forehead because I was so on edge doing that. I mean, realistically, it's not like there was actually going to be a demon possessing my daughter or anything, but it really, really felt like that at 2 or 3 in the morning during a dark storm in the middle of a pitch black room. So then I start to walk away and tell her goodnight, even though I know she's not going to hear me because she's asleep. But, you know, that's the thing to do whenever you leave a room and your daughter is laying in bed and you just laid her there. That's what you do. You speak to them and say goodnight because you love them so much. And as I was walking out, she yells, "No!" And I freeze. I turn around, and she's still laying in bed with her eyes closed. And she yells, "No!" and says somebody's name again. I was like, oh my god. Oh my god. And then she kind of just mumbles a little bit, rolls over in her bed, and that was the end of it. She didn't make any more noise while I was in the room. So I'm thinking, what the heck? You are having a creepy dream, and you're sleepwalking, and you're scaring your daddy. You're definitely scaring your daddy. But you know, I wasn't scared because I'm like super brave. I'm like the bravest guy ever. You know, as brave as somebody gets whenever they're horrified by a 6-year-old girl. But, you know, still pretty darn brave, because I got up to go check on my potentially demon-infested house. But I was good. She was just sleepwalking. It was just really, really creepy. So I leave her room, tell her I love her, good night, and I walk back into my room. I get back in my bed, and I start hearing her talk again in her room. And I'm like, oh my god. Why? I love you so much. But why? So I pull the covers up to my head, turn over in my bed, and go to sleep listening to the sweet nothings of sleep talk during a dark and stormy night. But god, kids are so creepy. I love them, but they're so creepy. They do the creepiest things sometimes. And whenever you watch a lot of horror movies, those creepier things are even more creepy than they should be. Because it's already in my head because I watch so much of it. They say, "Come play with me, Daddy." And all I hear is the 2 little twin girls from The Shining saying, "Come play with us, Daddy, forever and ever and ever." But, you know, then I go play with them forever and ever and ever because they're the best thing in the world. Yeah, the best. The best in the world. My girls are awesome. So any of you that have any scary kid moments out there, you should let me know what happened, how it went for you. I want to hear all of your scary child moments. But that does it for this video. Make sure you like this video and make sure you subscribe to my channel, and I'll have more stories like this coming out every single Monday. That's right, be brave. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. I know you can do it. You're so brave, all of you. So like and subscribe. I'll have a new video coming out soon.